I'm Bridget. I'm a CASA volunteer for Johnson County, and CASA is court-appointed special advocate. And our volunteer mission, is to advocate for the children that are in SHINS cases in foster placement here in Johnson County. And our mission is to take care of the kids and to make sure that they've got everything that they need. So when I heard about Resources of Hope the first time, I was very impressed that foster families in the area could have the support of getting equipment and clothing and diapers and things that they needed. But what I didn't realize until I brought one of the foster children that I work with to Resources of Hope is just how magical the experience can be. So I brought a girl who was just almost 14 to Resources of Hope. And this is a young lady who really likes clothes, but somehow didn't know what size pants she wore. And I can only assume it's because she doesn't get to go shopping as much as, kids that maybe aren't in this situation might get to do. So she came into Resources of Hope. We met with the director, Renee, and she was real shy, the young lady. Didn't really look at the clothing at first, but Renee drew her out and by showing her pretty things. And then she got to try on different clothes, and we figured out what size jeans, were appropriate. And she was able to pick out a lot of things that she really felt pretty in, including a little dress that just made her twirl with happiness. And when we were kind of finishing up, we had the clothes that she liked. She was very surprised when I was able to tell her that Renee had, and the volunteers, had said that everything that she had tried on that she liked, that she was able to have. And the look of just disbelief and joy on her face is something that I'm gonna keep with my whole life, because it was just magic. She couldn't believe the generosity and the kindness, and she just was gleeful. So we packed it, and she was able to get a suitcase to put things in. So she left with all this dignity of not only clothes that were lovely, but that she got to choose, and they were packed beautifully. And she got little extra things, some snacks and some books and some makeup bags. And it was just a magical experience that I'll never forget. And I'm sure that will stay with this young lady for her whole life. Another thing that I've been very impressed with is the other resources that Resources of Hope provides to the local community and the foster community and everyone that's involved with that. I was lucky enough to attend a training for free that was on sexual trafficking and sexual abuse of children. And I'm a parent of 3 grown children who was a very protective mom, and I thought I knew a lot already about that, but it really opened my eyes to what goes on, and also how we can be advocates better and help children or adults that might find themselves in those situations. So there's training for foster parents, there's training for the CASAs, we were included, and there's Teen Connect, that is magical program where teens who are in foster and kinship and adoption situations can come together and be with kids that are in similar situations, so they don't feel like other. They're part of the group, and they have meals and fun and games, and sometimes they do crafts and activities. And it's just a really nice way for the kids to have a peer group where they don't have to feel, maybe like an outsider, that they're in a different situation. They're with kids that are in the same kind of situations. And I've seen foster parents come in when I've been in Resources of Hope with real specific needs, and to have them met so easily often by the volunteers is just an amazing thing. So I've been trying to look for ways that I can support Resources of Hope, whether it's going through my kids' closet and bringing things, but also collecting things and trying to donate, where I can to help Resources of Hope with their mission, because I do think it's so important for the local kids who find themselves in the situations that they're in. So at this point in my life, I'm volunteering as a CASA. We're not in a position where fostering kids right now is possible for us. So we are trying to support Resources of Hope and the kids in the area by donating. And all of you that are here tonight at the benefit, please, look into your hearts and give what you can to make sure that Resources of Hope can keep its doors open and provide the kind of experiences that I've talked about and that I've witnessed for kids, and families that are taking care of the kids. And thank you for being here tonight.
So my name's Monica Lewis, and my husband and I have been fostering for a little over 2 years now. We've had 6 kiddos in and out of our home. Resources of Hope has just been a huge support for us. Resources of Hope makes it easier for us to say yes to anything, to those phone calls that come in the middle of the night, because I know that I've got, a support system that will have my back. So we recently had a baby placed with us, and I had, prior to that, donated everything that we owned. So I came over and I picked up a bassinet and clothing and diapers and bottles and all the things that you need for a baby, because I was not equipped. But Resources of Hope helped us be equipped to meet the needs of this precious little baby. So one of our very favorite programs is Teen Connect. We have a placement currently. She was with us, and then she was reunited with one of her parents, and then that disrupted, and so she came back to our home. And when she came back, she was so angry and mad at the world, and she was in what we call fight mode, and we could not get her out of fight mode. And I brought her over for Teen Connect, and after that night, it was the first time I saw her come out of that harsh, angry fight mode. And it was unbelievable. So the clothing closet has been a huge blessing for us also. We take all ages. We take babies, we take 11-year-olds, we take in between. And for us, it's been nice for the older kids to come over here and choose something of their own and have some control, and that means a lot to them.
I'm Rhonda Huberts. This is my husband, Joe. We've been fostering for just going on 5 years now. I think we were made aware of Resources of Hope on a Facebook page. And at the time, I just kind of kept it in the back of my mind to remember Resources of Hope. I have on my Facebook page, I have little categories, so I put it under foster. And then we got the call for our current foster placement. She's a newborn from the hospital.
Came with nothing.
She was drug exposed. They expected her to be released from the hospital in a matter of days. So we had some baby stuff in the attic, a crib and some miscellaneous diapers and stuff. We had some of that stuff, but I knew we needed more. So I told my husband, when you're off, I need you to go down there and get us some baby stuff.
and I came over for a couple of things, and next thing I know, Renee just gifted everything she had.
Just loaded us up.
Seemed like, and I left there with armfuls.
Yeah. We forgot that we probably needed a baby bathtub, and we needed more onesies than what I thought we needed.
Yeah.
And we had diapers, bottles, some formula, because we had, when we picked her up, we had to stop at Sam's Club to buy the kind of formula that she needed, but yet we were able to get some here too. We appreciated that. Clothes, toys, just all kinds of things that you forget that you need for a newborn baby.
Oh, and the kindness that came with it too, because you often see that in people, and there was a lot of kindness here, and we're very welcomed in.
Yeah. Well, and it was funny too, because he called me when I was at work and he said, okay, I've got the list of the things you told me that we needed to get, but Renee said, we need this and this and this. And I'm like, no, don't take everything. I mean, we are blessed enough to, if we need to get more clothes, we'll buy her more clothes. We'll do what we've got to do. And in the background, I heard Renee say, no, take it. So I'm like, okay, well, whatever else she thinks we need, take it.
And since then, we've been back numerous
Yeah.
times.
We brought back the
Recycling,
newborn,
we
yeah,
bring stuff back and
and pick
they
up
give
some
us
older
more.
things. And here we are, over 2 years later, and we're still dropping off and picking up. But
That's right.
we really appreciated it too.
Yep. Heartfelt thanks.
Yep. Thank you.
It is a scramble when you pick up a new foster child.
Mhm.
You're right about that. And excuse me. And when you bring a stranger into your home, it doesn't matter how old they are, it's all new to them too. We've fostered different age ranges, from newborn to 8. Yeah. And they come with some issues. They don't. Oh, it's not a pre-packaged, beautiful little bundle like the current foster we have. Some of them really come with some issues, and
Mm-hmm.
and you work hard as foster parents trying to, get them acclimated to their new surroundings and show them the love that they deserve, but don't always get before they get here.
Yeah, we had one little foster boy, he was 4, and he came to us with a plastic bag that had a 2-liter of 7-Up and a pajama shirt.
Yeah.
And I just will never forget. What are you supposed to do with that?
Involved in Resources of Hope from the start. I mean, thank you, thank everybody, because this has been a huge blessing for us, for our family, for all the fosters that have come through, and we certainly couldn't have done it without them.
No one says you have to take a sibling group or be a foster parent to 6 kids. We take one child. We're committed to one child because we know that, with our work schedules and financially, although you might get aid from the state for it, it doesn't pay for your daycare and more diapers and extra clothes and a pair of shoes or extracurricular activities, for a kid to go to the book fair or to go on a field trip. It doesn't always pay for that. So we chose to always go with one child. That's what we feel like we can give our utmost attention to. And that's what works for us. So to think that, I would have to take 5 kids or 3 kids or a set of, siblings, you don't have to do that. You just don't.
So many ways to help out.
Yep. Lots of other ways to help.
I'm Emily Knight, and I'm a foster parent, and I've been fostering for a couple years now. Immediately when I started fostering, I found out about Resource of Hope, and I've used the services quite often. Renee has helped me tremendously. A lot of times kids will come to my home and they don't have anything a lot of the times. And so we were able to come up with Resource of Hope. They could pick out some outfits, some hygiene things, some toys if they needed them. And then we also have utilized the Teen Connect program, and that has been huge for the foster kids that I've had, and personally for my daughter who is adopted. So Teen Connect is a program where young adults come and they can socialize, they can learn different skills. I can remember one session where they were teaching the girls how to change a tire, and how many girls get to learn those type of things. It was really exciting, and it also helps foster kids and adopted kids learn that there's others in the same situation and that it can be okay. Other programs that Resource of Hope has that my foster children have been a part of was the Christmas program, where 2 of our kiddos were able to meet Santa for the first time, and they had never seen Santa before. And how odd to think that preteens maybe haven't experienced Santa, but they hadn't. And so it was a very joyful time. They were excited. They got to take pictures home with them too, and that's something they can keep forever. Another thing that I always took advantage of for the foster kids at Resource of Hope was their birthdays. Renee did a good job of reaching out, wanting to know when their birthdays were, what kind of items they were interested in. Did they like to read? Did they like to play dolls, Legos? What did they like to do? And then she put together a basket for them. And oftentimes we'd take it home and I could video and send it back to Resource for Hope so they could see the reactions of the kiddos after they've opened their gifts. My family and I are so very thankful for all that Resource of Hope has done for us, and we are very blessed to have that as a resource for us.